and welcome to the Table Talk, a podcast about health problems that many people in Malaysia face. I'm Shazia, your host. Today we are going to talk about a topic that is very important for every single families in this Malaysia to know about, and that is stunting growth in early childhood. If you are facing these problems or facing these issues or you want to know more about this, then this video is for you. Today we have a well-known nutritionist, Miss T. She's going to talk about this topic, this stunting growth in early childhood topic in Malaysia.
Yes, thank you, Miss Shazia. This topic, the stunted growth across Malaysia, especially happens for the children. So we are talking about what happens if a children is undergoing stunted growth. So it is a really important issue. When people hear about the word stunting, they might only think that this is like a person who's having a lower average height. But actually it's not about the height. It's about the sign of a long-term undernutrition in their lifestyle, in their diets, and it often begins before the child is even born.
That's right. The numbers are worrying. In 2019, a National Health and Morbidity Survey found that over 21% of kids under 5 in Malaysia were stunted. That's more than one out of every 5 children.
Yes, this is right. So according to the information that you said, this happens not only will affect their heights and their health, it also will affect their brain development in the future. It will weaken the immune system of the child, and it will lower their school performance, their lifestyle performance, their activities they are going to do, as well as in the future when they grow up, become an adult. It will affect their earning potential due to their height, their condition, their health of the person. So this is something that can impact a child's entire life in their future or in present. Anything.
Okay, so let's talk about why this happened. Many people think that it's just about not having enough food, but it's also about the kind of food they eat.
Right. A children might eat regularly, but if their diet, their meal, their food does not include a certain important nutrients in it, such as zinc, vitamin, mineral, proteins, and other vital nutrients, their growth will be compromised. Unfortunately, many low-income citizen families across Malaysia, they choose cheaper food or processed food that is filling instead of a really healthy option of food for their children or for themselves. So this is the reason why we still have a stunting children across Malaysia, and it still keep increasing. So it's due to the budget of the families.
That's why the first 1,000 days from when a woman gets pregnant until the baby is 2 years old are so important, right?
Yes, also based on the perspective that you mentioned, that period, the early window will shape a children's growth development for the entire life. If a mother does not have enough nutrients during their pregnancy, also if the mother does not give breastfeeding after the child is born for like 6 months, which is a golden period of time for the child to have the milk from the mother, the child will happens to be stunted, and also when the child is born, it might be underweight. So a poor breastfeeding practices or a lack nutritious food given to the mother as well as the baby will lead to stunting.
And beside foods, things like clean water and the water being clean are very important.
Yeah, you are right. Absolutely. If a dirty water or poor hygiene happens to be in the lifestyle of the children or a family, if they does not practice a hygiene or like they does not drink clean water, the certain frequent illness such as diarrhea might happen for the children. So it will affect the children from absorbing the nutrients that they need from the food or from the water. So even if a child is eating constantly or regularly, a constant infection of this kind of illness will stop them from growing properly.
So it's clear that stunting is not just a health problem. It's also about being poor, not having much education, and not having a good public things like clean water, right?
Exactly. And these kind of long-term effects are really serious. It will affect the entire life, their future, the future of our children, our child in Malaysia. A stunted children grow into adult not only will affect their heights, their performance, the look of theirs, it will also the adults after stunted they will likely to suffer from chronic diseases due to a lower immune system and other health impact. Also, as I mentioned just now, the child when they grow into adult, they will have a weaker performance and also a bad immune systems or their health, so it will lead them to unable to work in certain field of the work, so meaning that they have a lesser options of working, which make them to earn less income than average people, that the healthy people lah. When stunting is widespread across Malaysia, it will affect the country's development, so it's a really serious thing.
So what is Malaysia doing to try and fix this?
So one of our major initiatives across Malaysia is the National Plan of Actions for Nutrition of Malaysia 3, in which this runs until 2025 this year. It focuses on maternal and child nutrition, exclusive breastfeeding, and improved access to healthcare, especially in certain communities such as the urban area.
And regular people and groups are helping too. Groups that are not part of the government, the NGOs, and healthcare workers in communities are teaching families, giving out healthy foods, and also helping parents where they live.
Yes, but not only that, more can be done actually. Stronger food policies and better support for the working or low income families and more public awareness campaigns are really essential for the citizens across Malaysia to have the educations and have the knowledge about the stunting role, especially for those parents who have a children or who's planning to have children in the future. They need to have this kind of education knowledge. Also, the government plays a really crucial role in improvising the wellness of the citizens. So this is really essential to really truly reduce the stunting in long term.
So, what can we do? Actually, what can people do to help and reduce the stunting?
Well, of course, first thing, stay awareness. Parents and caregivers are a really crucial role in a children's life. So the parents and caregiver can make a big impact by learning or what a children really needs in their life, in their diets, like exclusive breastfeeding for like 6 months, timely introduce of healthy solid foods like a nutrition food, a proper diets to the child, and also simple hygiene practices such as hand washing is really important in their lifestyle.
In the end, it's about giving every child a chance to grow, learn, and have a good and healthy life, right?
Yeah, exactly. Stunting is a preventable problem actually. When we invest in a children's nutrition, we give them a proper life, a proper diets for them, and a good health early on, then we are investing the future in Malaysia.
Well said. Thank you so much for talking with us today, and thank you everyone for listening to the table talk. Let's keep talking and work together for a healthier Malaysia in the future. That's all from us today. Thank you so much for listening.